Hi guys! So today I'm going to be taking you through my morning beauty routine. It's actually pretty simple. There are a few steps, but I think that your skin is kind of, the time you put into it is just going to bring you good things in the future. So it tends to be pretty worth it for me. I'm going to just dive right in. A thing that I definitely need every day for my skincare morning and night is little cotton balls. That's an absolute necessity, and we're actually going to start with my toner here. Is the Clinique Clarifying Lotion. This is type 2, which is for normal to oily skin, which I definitely tend to be. I'm going to go ahead and soak some on a cotton ball. I do have a suggestion about this one, which is the larger size is always the better buy. And I start in the center of my nose, just because that's where I tend to be the most oily. But the other thing about this one is this time of year around Mother's Day or a few other times during the year, they actually have one that you can buy that is the largest size and has a pump that pre-portions the amount for you, and it really will help your toner last a lot longer. I've tried other toners before. This is just one that I really like, and I happen to have a big supply that I bought when they were in gift time. So I just keep using it. I will be, you guys saw, out fairly soon. So I'm not sure what I'm going to rebuy at that point. I've been looking into, Estee Lauder has an advanced night repair toner that I'm going to check into. But I just kind of go all over my face until it feels like squeaky clean. And I've actually just washed my face, so this is a great time for me to show you how important a toner is. But I'm going to show you the cotton ball, and it is all gunked up and gross, even though I just washed my face right before I started recording this. So never skip a toner. It makes a big difference. This kind of was I feel like sometimes in my makeup journey I'll unlock a little tip that changes how I do everything, and this was a huge difference maker in my skincare, was just adding a toner. So definitely look into which ones you're interested in. I go a lot by ingredients, and this one it does have witch hazel in it, which is really great to help soothe skin and help with redness and things like that. So that's definitely something I'd be on the look for. My next step in my skincare routine is the Mary Kay Satin Lips Lip Mask. And I use this actually by putting just a little bit on my fingertip. I'll pour it out there. So it's a little squeezy tube. I've got it on the finger there. And then concentrating in areas that I have dry skin on my lips, I just kind of tap and pat it in. I do use a lot of this product just because, it's a mask. I want to get a nice even coat. And same thing on the top lip. So this looks kind of crazy, and I actually really like to, I think it's funny to get the rest of my look done and then go up to my husband like this. And then he's like, "You look beautiful, except but the lips. Would you choose there? What's going on?" So it's just kind of fun. But also, this was another kind of game changer product I've been using since high school, because I have actually chronically dry lips, and unless I'm constantly applying lip balm, which lately I am, because I mentioned in a previous video that I'm trying really hard to keep my lips well moisturized, this kind of does the other half of that. Every day, if I have any dryness, chapped skin, anything like that, it just takes it off. It does some nice exfoliation when you're actually putting it on, because there are microbeads in this. I'm not sure what type, but it's Mary Kay, so I would assume the normal type that I probably shouldn't be using. It tends to work really well though. And while this is happening, I do my next step, which is sometimes I have some acne, not frequently, not even usually, but if I do, I'd add the Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne Spot Gel. I think any spot gel is good. I just happen to be trying this one because I got it as a gift. One that I really like, again, is that Clinique. They have a spot treatment gel that you can actually buy in a teeny tiny little bottle, which is perfect for somebody like me that just has those issues kind of, how do you put it, monthly. So I do like this one though, since I've been using it. What worries me about it is that it's 10% benzoyl peroxide, which seems like a lot, especially if it's not a frequent cystic acne issue, but I'm trying it out. I had actually a blemish right down here that was really troublesome, and now it's like dried up and healing, ready to get better. I think I do have one somewhere in my cheek here, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I think sometimes if you can leave them alone, if they're not very serious, that's the best course of action. So this has been on for a couple minutes now, and that's my next cotton ball, is just to kind of wipe that off. So I made sure I've gotten it all off, and I'll actually just take you in real quick and show you how my lips, the texture is now. So you can see after using that, my lips are really soft. There's no dry, flaky skin, none of that stuff going on. And next I go in with a lip balm. I go back and forth between a couple of them, but usually just because this is the one that's in my skincare bag, I use the corresponding lip balm that goes with that Satin lip set. And I apply it really liberally. And I let all that stuff soak in, and then throughout the day, if I'm not wearing a lipstick, I'll reapply usually. The last couple steps in my routine, the first is an eye cream. Sometimes I use it in the day, sometimes I do it at night, and sometimes I do a different eye cream. I'm really trying to figure out if I like this one or not. This is the Estee Lauder Re-Nutriv Intensive Age Renewal Eye Cream. It comes in this fancy box, and you get like a fancy little card that shows you how to use it. And they even give you a little hygienic spatula, which is really great because some Estee Lauder products, I actually usually take them out with a Q-tip because I don't like sticking my fingers in the same jar all the time. I'm not sure if I'll rebuy it or not, and a lot of the reason is because I usually use the Advanced Night Repair Eye Cream, and I'm kind of giving this one a go to see if it's actually helpful or not. I'm like, 3 years away from 30, so I'm kind of starting to worry about that stuff. So I just put a little bit on the spatula here, but I do switch over to my ring finger, of course, and I apply right in that orbital bone area in your cheek, and then up under the brow. And then a lot of where I've been noticing my aging is actually the inner corner of my eye, so I do take a little bit and pat it into there too. I never go right up at the eye because really your skin will absorb it enough going through here, and then it doesn't get in your eye and sting. Same thing on the other side. I put too much in the middle. And then something I like to do with eye creams, because you don't actually need to use very much really, I take whatever is left, that little bit of excess, and then apply it in other areas that I would like the concentrated wrinkle prevention, like around my lip. I'll do a little bit. And then right between my eyes, I'm always like at my kids, and I know it's gonna come back to bite me in the butt. Okay, so that's something I like about eye creams too, though, is really you don't use hardly any product if you're applying it correctly. I honestly used a little too much this time, and I don't know. I think that they're an easy product to make last for you, so it's worth investing in. Last step for me today, because I'm not going outside and I'm all out of sunscreen, is my Revitalizing Supreme Plus Global Anti-Aging Wake Up Balm. And what I do with this one is pump a little bit out. Usually I do about 2 pumps because I've been doing my neck lately too. Smooth it into my hands and then press it into the areas that I want to concentrate the hydration. So I get dry around my cheeks and my forehead, but not so much in my nose. So I always start in those areas. And then I'm acne prone in my nose to my chin, so I leave that for last. And then I'm gonna actually do another pump. Smooth it up my jawline. And then lastly, whatever's left over, I kind of press into my nose area. The reason I do moisturize my nose, even though I'm oily, is because sometimes if your skin isn't getting adequate moisture, that can exacerbate oiliness because it's trying to overproduce to make up for it. So I've actually had a lot of customers at the counter that will tell me they can't use moisturizer because they're too oily, and really all you're doing is making it worse for you. Experiment, and if you love having oily skin and not using any moisturizer and not doing anything, then you do you. But personally, I think that adding even the lightest weight moisturizer can be really beneficial long term. A lot of times with skincare, you have to stick with it for at least a month, but definitely 2 to 3 months usually to see a big difference. So that's my skincare routine. At this point, I would usually apply a sunscreen. I happen to be out right now, so I'm gonna replace that when I replace it. Anyway, that's my skincare routine. This is what my mornings usually look like. If you like this video, let me know, and I'll make a nighttime skincare routine video because it is actually a little more labor intensive. That's when I typically do my serums, or if I do a mask, things like that. And coming up, I'm going to be doing a video review of, hold on, I got those knockoff unicorn brushes that I keep seeing advertised everywhere, and yeah, I bit the bullet for you guys. I'm gonna try them out and let you know what I think. Like, subscribe, let me know what you thought of the video on social media, in the comments, send me a message, anything. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks and have a great day. I'm not at the counter. That's so weird. Okay, if you like the video, comment. Bye.